Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a skull makeup tutorial for you guys. I was playing with like face paints and all these different elements. Oh, actually this. I was playing with this shit for Makeup Forever and it sucks. I fucking hate it. It was like super messy. It didn't blend. It didn't look good. It showed a lot of my texture. So I took all that off and I was like, you know what? Let me just use what's in my regular kit. That's the majority of what people have is just regular makeup. So I'm gonna do like a highlighted and contoured skull makeup for Halloween. Simple, easy. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so let's get started. I'm gonna just prep my skin first. I always like putting a good moisturizer on just to make sure that everything melts into my skin nicely. This does have a little bit of like crushed pearls in it. This is the Bobbi Brown Radiance Primer Moisturizer. So usually what you're gonna need is your black pencil or your black waterproof eyeshadow stick, maybe a concealer, your lightest full coverage concealer, and then whatever you use for contouring. So we're gonna start off by highlighting and contouring first. For some extra white, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this Kryolan foundation stick and I'm just pressing it under my eye where it would be like the brightest. So kind of like my highlight point. So after that, I'm gonna go in with my contour stick. This is Huda Beauty's foundation stick. And I'm gonna get a little bit of this and I'm gonna kind of go in here. This is just a blending foundation brush. Alright, so now we're gonna use our eyeshadow stick and we're gonna rim the eyeball. We're gonna go around the eye. So I'm gonna go here, under this eye first, and then blend it out with the eyeshadow brush. So when I'm working in shadowing this part of the eye, I always start right here by the eye fold, and then I just kind of work my way up, because you want that to be one of the darkest focal points. Now when you're shaping this eye, you kind of want to make it look like a square. So I'm going to go above the brow. See how by putting that brown contour though, it kind of makes the black blend into it a little bit better. It's not so dramatic, it's not so black and white. You need that brown to kind of add more dimension. So I'm just kind of connecting my end of the brow down to this little wing section so that it looks like a square. Now I'm just missing a little bit here. So again, you kind of want to connect the highest point of your brow to this upper wing that I created and fill that in. With the same eyeshadow, I'm going to go down my nose. Down my nose here. I'm gonna go here. Remember, the tip of your nose is gonna be blacked out anyways. Same as the other side. Whatever's left in my brush, I'm kind of just meeting it with my temple and the eye. Now I'm coming to the sides of the lip. I'm using the Kryolan foundation paint, and I'm just gonna start kind of making teeth. So what I did is I pretty much stamped it first. And then I kind of just dragged a line starting from the middle. And then just dragging it down. This technique has been the easiest for me to remember. So these I kind of just curved. Alright, and so now that we have that in, now I'm going to use something with some neutral browns. This is the New Dose of Colors Wifey palette. That's fucking dirty. Anyways, I'm going to be using some of the brown here. And what we're going to do is go in between the teeth now. And this is just an angled brush. Alright guys, so I was trying to decide on what I wanted to do for the sides here. So I was going back and forth. This really does determine like what level your skull makeup is going to be at. Because I know previously I've just shaded it. I actually sometimes have just left it like this. And I would just put like a little bit of a black shadow just right here if I don't have time. Or I'll get this line where the last tooth is. And I'll follow it all the way here to my ear, and then I'll shade that down. So I'll kind of just actually just do this line and then I'll shade it down, but I really wanted to do something like this so that I could make it a little bit more complex, step it up to another level. So I started off by doing this first line. I'm gonna have to do this other side anyways and show you guys, but I started off with doing this line. Then I brought it down here, swooped around, stopped right here where this, midpoint is. And then I just kind of swooped it around and finished it here by my beard. And I shaded it in with black. Now what I'm gonna have to do is go back over it with the white. So that's where I'm at. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of the white. I'm going to go over this spot here because this is going to be where the bone pops the most. Same thing here. I'm going to get a little bit of white eyeshadow and press it into the teeth. Alright, now to do the other side. So I noticed that this one doesn't fit. I'm gonna wipe this off. So there you can kind of see like the white should be laid down first. because you don't want it mixing with the black. But I'm not pressed on it, so now I'm gonna go over these, fill in the gaps. All right, so I'm adding the finishing touches. So this is gonna be filled. Some context on. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I outlined the black, I made it pop in contrast with the white, I went in with the teeth and I just made them brighter. So this is the finished look. It's more of elevated skull look because I've never done the jaw like this before. I always just shade it in, contour, I never have enough time to really finish this entire look like this. So yeah, this is a different take on it. Usually I blend everything and I make everything smoky and messy. I mean, this is still messy, but it's more, like the edges are more sharp. So I hope you like this look. Stay tuned. Check out my Instagram. I'm gonna definitely be posting some pictures and on my TikTok. So until next time, guys, thanks again. I'm going to your mom's house. Gonna do Pilates. And I'm gonna go to Air One, get a juice after this. I think I get a charcoal juice to match my outfit. Why are there so many stupid LA drivers? God, Karen! I love that I make myself laugh. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Bye.
Bye.